Can I start with a bit of injury news, please, if there's any?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante and Willian are in the squad. So we'll see if they're fit to be in the starting 11. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has got a small problem he picked up yesterday, so he's out of the game.
How much different is this FA Cup final going to be to all the ones that you've been involved with previously? I mean, it's happening at a different time of year. The winners won't have the trophy presented on the pitch. It's obviously no crowd, which you experienced in the semi-final. I mean, how are you all feeling about it, and how does it affect your preparations?
It doesn't affect preparations. I think it still means the same thing, because a trophy or a title like this is one that either stays with you for life or you're pretty quickly forgotten if you're a losing finalist. I think that remains the same. Of course, we'd love the fans to be there. Our fans have been great for us all season. I'm sure Arsenal will say the same, and love days like this to come and support their teams. And we, obviously, as players and staff,
what would it mean?
Thrive on that.
What would it mean for you personally to win a trophy so early in your managerial career? I mean, some managers have 30-year careers in the game, successful careers, and they don't ever lift a trophy. It'd be something special, I imagine, wouldn't it?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I would be delighted to. When you get to the final, you want to win it. Simple as that. And at this stage in my career, my first year at Chelsea, then of course I would love to do that, as you would at any time, really. But as a pretty early start for me, I suppose I would do. I mean, it's going to be difficult. It's a difficult game in front of us. Many a great manager over periods of time have not been able to win things. So I want to lean everything on it. But now we're here in the final. Of course, I want to win it, but predominantly for the club and for the players, for the work they're putting through the year.
Were you a little bit surprised, like the rest of us, at the way Arsenal played in that semi-final? I mean, it's not often in the last 10, 12 years you've seen an Arsenal team sit back and kind of pick a Man City side off on the break. Does that have a bearing on how you approach the game in that regard?
I wasn't surprised that they won the game. I mean, Manchester City were probably most people's favourites. They are in pretty much every game they go in almost. So, but I knew that with Arsenal and the individual talent they have, the collective talent and the great coach that they have, that I think has really been positive for them since he's been there in a pretty short time, that they had the capabilities to win a game like that. So, yeah, it's a game that obviously I pay close attention to, but every game's different. They've had other results recently, played in different formations. So we have to be ready for any eventuality, but we also have to know that Arsenal are going to be a very tough match.
Let's go to Moose at TalkSport.
Frank, how are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Yeah, very much looking forward to it. A cup final, no matter the different circumstances surrounding it, we're pretty much getting a bit used to the new normal. Not too used to it, but a little bit used to it. But the fact remains that the FA Cup is a huge cup that we want to try and win, and we have a very tough match against a London derby rival.
You've got some big decisions to make tomorrow, whether to include people like Willian and Pedro, for whom this will be their last game domestically for the club. Well, probably Willian, definitely Pedro. And what about in goal, Frank? Talk to us about Kepa and Willy Caballero. I know you're not going to tell me who's going to play in goal, but how difficult a decision is this for you in the next 24 hours?
Yeah, difficult because we have competition in the squad, and as we've seen through the season, at times I've had to change it or felt the need to change it. I always do it with the idea that can we win a game? Can we be the strongest we can be in consideration of what opposition are in front of us? And at big games like this, that becomes slightly more difficult because I know how much players want to be involved in these games, but we have to be a strong squad. We have to be together on it, whatever 11, whatever people on the bench, because in the last period for us, people off the bench have made huge differences in certain games. We have to feel like we're all together, and if we win it, it means a collective thing for us. So, yeah, difficult for me. They'll be difficult to take, but players have to be positive. We go in this trying to win as a group.
John at BBC.
Hi, Frank.
Hi.
Olivier Giroud has been resurgent, hasn't he, since the restart? What have you done with him to bring this form on, or is it down to him?
Well, it's always firstly down to the player in terms of their individual form, and all I do is try and work with the group